Good morning, students. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just wait 2 to 3 minutes for rest of the students. Then we will start the session. I think whiteboard is visible for all of you. It is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's start for the session. This session. Okay. So in the last class, in the last topic, I have started discussing about the ray transmission theory. So what is ray transmission theory? So before studying how the light actually just this is ray transmission theory. So before starting how the light actually propagates through the fiber. So there are some laws governing the nature of light here must be studied. Okay. So these are called the law of optics, or you can say the ray theory. Okay. And in free space, you already know, in free space, the light travels at its minimum possible speed. So what is the speed of light? The maximum speed. What is the maximum speed of light when it travels? It is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So when the light travels through a material or medium, it exhibits certain behavior, and it is explained by the laws reflection, uh, refractive index, etc. Okay, so I think you have a concept about reflection and refraction. Can you tell me what is reflection and what is refraction? Or is there any doubt? So if there is any doubt, so first I will explain what is reflection and refraction, refractive index, then we will proceed for further. Otherwise it is little bit difficult to understand the topic. You need the explanation about reflection and refraction. Hello. I am not getting any response. You need the concept about reflection and refraction, or is or you have the concept?
No, sir.
Okay, so first I will give you some brief idea about the reflection and refraction, refractive index, then we will proceed for the further topic. Okay, so first for the reflection, suppose here reflection. Just give me few seconds to draw the figure. This is phi 2. Okay, and this is incident ray. This is ray. And this is reflective surface. Okay. And this is normal to the reflective surface. Law of reflection. Here, angle phi 1 equals to angle phi 2. So now I am explaining here what is reflection. Okay. So here the law of reflection stated that when a light ray is incident upon a reflective index, so this is a light ray and it is incident upon the reflective index at some incident angle. Here the incident angle is phi 1, and from a imaginary perpendicular normal. This is the imaginary perpendicular normal, and the ray will be reflected from this surface at the same angle, that is phi 2. Here, this is the phi 2 from the normal, which is equal to the angle of incidence. So angle of incidence means phi 1. Okay, so here from this figure you can see the light ray यहाँ पर एक reflective surface है यहाँ पर पड़ रहा है. तो when the light ray is ये सरफेस पर पड़ रहा है तो वहां पर एक एंगल हो रहा है. सो ये एंगल को बोल रहा है इंसिडेंट एंगल. Okay, so here the angle is phi 1, and after that when from the refractive surface where it is travels from, so it is called the reflected ray, and according to the reflection, the angle of phi 1 equals to angle of phi 2. Okay, and this is the reflective surface. So it is called, or is this incident is called the reflection. So according to the reflection, the angle of phi 1 equals to angle of phi 2. Is there any doubt, or it is clear to you?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, so next is the refraction. So what is refraction? Can you tell me what is refraction? Okay.
So
Just,
light passes from one medium to another medium.
yeah. Tell me again.
So when light passes from one medium to another medium.
Okay, so light passes from one medium to another medium. So what? We are going right direction. Then what?
So sin I by sin r.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. But जो मीडियम चेंज हो रहा है उसका अकॉर्डिंग मीडियम चेंज होने का बावजूद क्या हो रहा है, मीडियम चेंज होने पर लाइट पर क्या इफेक्ट हो रहा है?
सर
सही बोल रहे हैं?
सर उसका
बोलो, सही पर जा रहा है?
बोले सर उसका एंगल चेंज हो जाता है.
हाँ, उसका डायरेक्शन चेंज हो जाता है. ठीक है, so you have the concept about the refraction. Okay, so I am just here drawing a figure. For refraction, just suppose here this way. Okay. And suppose this is the tray, and suppose but here is incident ray, and this is this ray, this is okay. Just 1 minute. This is the less dense medium. Suppose it is air, and here it is more dense medium. So it is, you can say, glass. Okay, so here you can see when the refraction occurs, in that case, when light passes from one medium. So upper portion is the less dense medium. It is maybe air medium, and the lower dense portion is the more dense medium. It may be glass. Okay, so here the light passes from one medium to another medium. So when light passes from one medium to another medium, actually in light rays changes its direction at interface. Okay, and refraction occurs when the density of medium actually changes. So in the upper parts, it is less dense, and in the lower, it is the more dense. And when the light or wave passes through less dense medium to more dense medium, the wave is reflected, bends towards the normal. Okay, this is the normal. This is the normal. So here the density is higher. So accordingly, so this is reflected towards the normal. If the this is more dense and this is less dense, so it is outward from the normal. Okay, if it is less dense and upper portion is more dense. Okay, so here one thing that the reflection uh, takes place because here the light at different speed in different medium. Okay, and the speed of the light in free space is higher than the water or glass. So this is the concept about the refraction. So in the last figure you already saw the refractive index, sorry, refractive surface. So now you will can you tell me answer what is refractive surface, sorry, refractive index? What is refractive index? What is refractive index? Do you have any concept? Or do you know?
Sir, how light fast travel in any medium? This type of.
No. Okay. So for the case of a refractive index, there is a formula. Okay. So here n equals to speed of light in air divided by speed of light in any medium. Okay, it is C by P. So when the amount of refraction or bending, you can say, that occurs at the interface of two material of different density is usually expressed as the surface index of two material. And one thing that refractive index is also known as the index of refraction, and here it is denoted by n. Okay, and based on the material density, the refractive index is expressed as the ratio of the velocity of the light in free space. So this is the velocity of the light in free space, and to the velocity of the light in any medium, or you can say dielectric medium. Okay, this is a substance. So here the refractive, for the normal case, the refractive index for vacuum or air is, it is 1. For air it is 1, and for water it is 1.3, and for glass it is 1.5. You should remember this value. Okay, it is helpful for mathematical problem. There may be in question, there may be it is not denoted what is the value of any refractive index. So in that case, you should consider this value to solve the problem. Okay. So I think the refractive index is clear to all of you. It is clear. It is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is the total internal reflection. Okay. So I think here just total internal okay. So for the case of total internal reflection, here I am drawing a figure. And this is N2, this is N1. Okay. Just few minutes ago, you saw the figure for the refraction and reflection. So we just try to recall the figure also. Okay, and this is for the total internal reflection. So for the case of total internal reflection, when the incident angle is increased beyond the critical angle, the light ray here does not pass through the interface into the other medium, and here it gives the effect of mirror exists as the interface with no possibility of light escaping outside the medium. Okay, so here actually the angle of reflection, that is theta 2, this is the angle of reflection with the theta 2, and the theta 1, this is the angle of incident. So this is equal. Okay, and this action is called the total internal reflection. And for the case of total internal reflection, there is two condition needed for the total internal reflection. First one is, the condition number 1 is that the reflective index of core must be greater than cladding. So in the last class, I have discussed about the optical fiber waveguide with core and cladding. So where in that case, I denoted the core by denoting N1 and N2 is the cladding for cladding. Okay. So in the today we have two class. In the next class, I will discuss the total concept of total what are the element is needed for optical fiber. So in that case, the core, cladding, jacket, buffer, this topic we will cover. Okay. So here, the first condition is that the refractive index of core must be greater than cladding. So here N1 greater than N2. And the next one is the angle of incident must be greater or equal to the critical angle. Okay. So the angle of incidence must be greater or equal to critical angle. Okay, and here in this figure, here you can see the light rays incident on a high to low refractive index. So here N2, this is the here the glass and N1. Sorry. Here, sorry, this is the air and this is the glass. Okay, so here the and one thing the reflection, the limiting case for the refractive showing here the critical angle at the angle that is the phi c. Okay, this is the phi c and the total refractive index here where the theta is greater than equals to phi c for the case of total internal reflection. And one thing that the angle of incident that is the phi 1 and the reflection that is the phi 2 are related to each other and to the reflective index of the direction by the Snell's law. So what is Snell's law? I think you know what is Snell's law. I think don't know Snell's law. Okay. In the next class, I will again discuss what is Snell's law. So according to the Snell's law of reflection, which states that how the light ray reacts when it needs the interface of two media having the different indexes of surface. Okay. So for this here, in one side theta 1 equals to N2 sine theta 2 or sine theta 1 by sine theta 2 equals to N2 by N1. Okay, so from this here, you observe that the small amount of light is reflected back into the originating dielectric medium. And as here the N1, that is the core part, N1 is greater than N2. So the angle of reflection is always greater than the angle of incidence. Okay. And one thing, when the angle of reflection here is 90 degree, so the refractive ray emerge parallel to the interface between the direction of the angle of incident must be less than 90 degree. Okay, and this is the limiting case of reflection. So here the critical angle that is given by sine phi c equals to n2 by n1. So here you can see phi c equals to sine inverse n2 by n1. Okay. So at this moment, there are 5 students. So I am requesting all the participants to write your name in the chat box for your attendance. And I am giving you just 1 minute to put your name. Sweta, write your name in the chat box for attendance. Okay. Kapil, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Kapil, your class timing was from 9:30, but at this moment it is 10:05. Why are you late?
Just sorry, sir.
In the last class, you also late. And in that class, you committed that, sir, from the next class, I will enter at the proper time. Almost the first class is over. After 5 or 6 minutes, the class is ended, and again, I will take another class as per your routine. The first class, I have giving the students the basic concept of ray theory.
Sir,
You know what is reflection and
सोए थे,
refraction? Total internal interference or total internal reflection? You know?
No, sir.
कैसे समझ गए बाद में?
सर रिवीजन कर लेंगे.
सभी तो कर लेंगे तुम लोग.
सर रात को थोड़ा लेट से सोए थे सर, इसीलिए उठने में लेट हो गया और रूम में कोई है भी नहीं.
So here for the case of total internal reflection, one thing that the angles of incident greater than the critical angle. the light is reflected back into the originating dielectric medium, or you can say the total internal reflection with the high efficiency. Okay, so this is up to the total internal reflection. So the time is almost over, it is just 4 minutes. So now I am ending this session, and after 5 or 6 minutes you just join in the same link for the second class. Okay, in that class I will cover mm, the materials of optical fiber. So in that class it is very helpful also. Okay, so now I am ending this class, and after 5 minutes you just join in the same link.